Hello everyone, my name is Tamzyn Murphy and I'm a registered dietitian. Today I would like to tell you a little bit about what you can do from a nutritional perspective to ensure that your immune system is strong enough to fight off the coronavirus or COVID-19 should you be infected with it. This will reduce your chances of being hospitalized and obviously of any other worse repercussions. So we really want to support the immune system using a healthy diet, and this can make or break your immune system function. But before I say that, I just want to emphasize that the main things that you can do are wash your hands with soap and water, or failing that, use hand sanitizer that's made up of more than 60% alcohol by volume. You can get isopropyl alcohol, you can use methylated spirits, and you can mix that up with an aloe gel or with glycerine or water even. If you can't get hold of hand sanitizers on the shelves. Obviously social distancing is really important, so staying away from crowds, from groups of people, and isolating yourself as much as possible to reduce the spread, and then avoiding people who have obviously got the virus or have been in contact with situations or people who are at increased risk of getting the virus or have the virus. So those are the big ones. But should you get infected, what can you do to make yourself more likely to be amongst those people who get it really mildly or just carriers like children or the young and healthy, rather than the people who are elderly or have underlying chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, or even high blood pressure, cancer, or infectious diseases such as TB or HIV. So those people, including people over the age of 60, are at higher risk of dying or being hospitalized due to the coronavirus. So why is that? It's basically because their immune systems are more compromised than the healthier and younger population. And nutrition plays a key role in keeping your immune system healthy, so that should you get it, you are at a reduced risk of serious complications. Now there are three aspects or three parts of any immune system. The first is the barrier. That's kind of like the high wall that the invaders have to get over before they can infiltrate the city. So those things include your skin, mucous membranes, and the gut barrier. So in the case of the coronavirus, usually it enters you via mucous membranes, nose, eyes, mouth. So you really want to obviously keep your hands away from your mouth and wash your hands a lot, but also ensuring that you have beneficial gut bacteria by using things like probiotic kind of food like yogurts, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, those kind of fermented kind of foods. They can help ensure that you have a healthy gut microbiome to help stave off infection, because that also extends up to your mouth. You can have a healthier microbiota composition in your mouth as well. And it also just generally promotes general health. Also, it extends into the rest of the body. From a nutritional standpoint, though, the real effects come in when the virus has infiltrated your body already, and that's when it encounters your immune system cells. Those are the fighters that fight off the viral infections and other infections or pathogens that make their way into your inner city or your body. And the first line of defense our body has is innate immunity. So these are your macrophages and your neutrophils mainly, and the job is to kind of just gobble up pretty much anything. They're not very clever cells. They aren't able to recognize and mount very specific strategic immune attacks, but they're really good at kind of being the first on the scene, and really good at just gobbling up things randomly. So they're kind of like those big brutish soldiers that are not the strategists of the war, but they can be quite effective, and so you want to support them as well. Inflammation is really important, a part of the initial attack of the viruses, and so you need to be able to support healthy inflammation, but also reduce inflammation, give your body the capacity to reduce it when it needs to. So we'll talk about nutrients that are important for those first kind of brute force army personnel. And then you have your acquired immunity. Those are your lymphocytes, your T lymphocytes and your B lymphocytes, and their job is to identify the virus and kind of come up with a strategy to specifically attack the virus. the coronavirus specifically. And so we really want to support their ability to proliferate, make more soldiers that are really, really good at attacking the virus specifically. So what can you do? When it comes to those brute force soldiers that are first on the scene, their job is to gobble up the coronavirus if they can. They do it by releasing kind of free radicals. And they gobble up the virus, they attack the virus with free radicals and they gobble it up. But these free radicals, your body can't just have it going kind of out of control. Your body needs to be able to counter the free radical damage that's being done in your body during these kind of operations. You know, it's kind of like crossfire that damages the buildings and the structures around in the city, even though the aim was kind of just to shoot the baddie. Sometimes the shots might chip the walls or do other things like that. So you need to have nutrients in place to repair that damage ongoing, so that you don't end up with other chronic diseases or other conditions that develop later because of that kind of damage. And those nutrients that are involved with that are vitamin C, vitamin E, iron, zinc, copper, and selenium. And you can you can get most of those, like vitamin C you can get from liver. You can also get it from brightly colored fruit and vegetables such as peppers, kiwis, citrus fruit, strawberries. But liver is a really, really good one. And then you can get iron as well from meat and organ meats. Zinc, copper, and selenium all come from organ meats as well as other meats. And then nuts and seeds are also good sources of things like vitamin C and selenium, particularly Brazil nuts, avocados as well. So it's a really good idea to, as you can see, you're kind of wanting to go for a real food kind of based diet that includes your olive oils, avocados, olives, nuts, seeds, brightly colored vegetables in particular, as well as organ meats, and then your other meats as well. So seafood and poultry can also be really valuable at providing some of those nutrients. Then you want to support the masterminds, the key strategists of the immune system, and these are the beta lymphocytes and the T lymphocytes as well. And how you do that is they kind of need to proliferate. They need to kind of make a whole lot of key cells, immune cells, or antibodies that are able to fight very, very specific pathogens, in this case the coronavirus. And for that they need nutrients that support proliferation or making more immune cells. And these kind of nutrients are vitamin A, vitamin D, folate, B12, B6, iron, and zinc. You can get vitamin A again from liver. Vitamin D, we can't really get enough from the diet, so you want to either be getting plenty of sunshine, so that's like 20 minutes of face, arms, neck, chest kind of sunshine in summer for every day, in midday kind of sun from 10 to 4 o'clock. If you don't get that, the most updated recommendations are 2000 IUs of vitamin D3 from supplementation, but in South Africa the maximum dose that you can supplement with is 1000 IUs of vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is the active form of vitamin D. Folate you can also get from liver, as well as from leafy greens. And then, sorry, I've just lost my spot. B12 is from meat, B6 as well from meat, iron from meat, zinc as well. So it's really important that you're getting also the protein that comes with that meat, and by meat I mean fresh meat and organ meats. The protein, the high biological value protein from there also is really important for creating these immune cells, and the proteins or the peptides that they use to fight infiltrating pathogens and viruses as well. So you really need that protein, high quality protein. When it comes to inflammation, remember we want inflammation but not too much, and so we need to supply the body with essential fats, particularly from seafood, so that you can ensure that your body can counteract any inflammation when it's no longer needed. So in summary, in order to ensure that you're getting sufficient nutrients, you want to go for a whole food, real food-based diet. This includes animal proteins, meat, organ meats, seafood, poultry, eggs, and all the nutrients that go with them, including B12, B6, folate, zinc, selenium, iron, And then vitamin A and vitamin C from liver, as well as from very brightly colored, deep colored vegetables, as well as fruits. And then focus on healthy fats, healthy real fats, including olive oil, avocados, olives, nuts and seeds, and seafood, particularly to counteract excessive amounts of inflammation. And so really, if you eat that way, if you're focusing on real foods, then your immune system will be in the best position it can possibly be in to help fight the virus should you get it, and support proper immune system function. Remember also getting sufficient sun or supplementing with vitamin D3, because vitamin D plays a really key role in modulating or strategizing your immune system's function. Thank you.